you ever wondered what it takes to have a high visibility on LinkedIn? LinkedIn has over 700 million people, professionals that are congregating inside of this social media platform. And I want to know the secret. I want to learn the best practices so that LinkedIn is happy. So we are not trying to hack the algorithm. We are simply learning what the best practices are in order for LinkedIn to say, that person writes great quality content and they are not spamming people and they're not posting all the time that people get turned off. I think those are the three metrics that they're looking for. But of course, last week, 2 weeks ago, I had to post a video on what LinkedIn does not want you to know. And being a data-driven person, I had to debunk myself, of course. And here's why. I had to debunk myself because those things that I've tested was only one profile. Now, what happens if you apply it to 10 profiles? I don't know. That's why I asked 9 other people to participate in this experiment, and it is live. You'll catch some parts of it right here. And so let's talk about the why. Why did we do this? It's simple. Every day, I struggle with a few things. So I write content and I put a lot of effort into it. But then let me ask you, it's not about me. Let me ask you, do you ever feel like after you've posted that there's no engagement? So that's why I'm putting this experiment together, because I wanted to simulate community support. The word is simulate, yes. Let me ask you another question. Do you ever wonder what is the right method in order to get the highest visibility? I do. So I wanted to I wanted to bust a few myths here and there. And then finally, do you ever feel overwhelmed that, oh my God, I need to create content, and then I need to draft it, then I need to post it, and first edit, then post it, then engage with it, and then I have to do that engagement with a few other posts as well? It's a lot of work. And so it kind of becomes a spray and pray method. What if there was an easier way to do all of that in just a period of 30 minutes or 1 hour? And that's exactly what we did. There are a few methods out there that's happening, right? There's the engagement group. This one is very common. There's DMs and distribution channels where people would share their post, and you can share your post, but it's not that effective. And here's why. Schedules. We all have different schedules and we can't synchronize our efforts. And so whenever you do distribute your content, most likely people are not on LinkedIn. Point blank, because we have lives. And so with this experiment, I wanted to learn, we all wanted to learn what it takes in order to create a good, high quality engagement, a thoughtful one, of course, and get high visibility along the way. So I advocate never for spamming. That's not what I'm trying to say here. Not hacking the algorithm, not at all. I would hate for you to write a 1-sentence spammy message and for that to go viral. That's never going to happen, because all of these platforms care about one thing: attention. And to get authentic attention, you have to provide quality content, and consistent at that. And in order to get quality content and to get consistent at producing quality content, I strongly recommend you go to Brand 30 and sign up for the October cohort. That's not what we're covering today. What we're covering is, while you post quality content, how do you get high visibility? Capiche? Capiche. And so for now, I will be back because that is the intro of this video. We're going to a barbecue. I'm not going to take up too much of your time because my family is waiting for me, and I wanted them to come here and say happy Saturday to you. Enjoy Labor Day. This is again Penny with her Sundress. And this one was bought for how much? $5. Hello from Penny. And then this one is Pearl. Show her Sundress. And this one's also $5. And the wife is here. And from the family, we want to wish you Happy Labor Day. Happy Labor Day.
Appalachian sunrise meets my skin. Even with my eyes still closed, I can feel it coming in. Golden
Hey, I'm back. All right, so let's go over the results. Drum roll. But before we go over the results, let's recap on what we are not supposed to do. What shall we not do? Well, here are the assumptions. No swearing, no bad grammar. Don't use links that refer users out of LinkedIn. Don't tag more than 5 people. Don't post more than 3 to 4 hours before you post again. Don't use more than 5 hashtags. Okay, so let's cover the first participant, me. This was an epic fail. And here's why. So let me share my screen again. It's an epic fail because rule number 1, it already fell in the spam folder. Great quality content is a must, and this is not great quality content. The thing is, I was in such a rush to put this experiment together that I forgot to put quality content in the post itself. So that's your first. Your second is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I tagged 10 people. Another mistake. Don't tag more than 5 people. Have good quality content or else you'll fall into the spam filter, and this automatically gets disqualified because it got flagged as spam. 41 views of the article. Although we got high engagements, 54 comments, the views, we failed. Again, this is spammy. Very bad. Moving on. Let's go back. No swearing. Use good grammar. Don't refer people outside of LinkedIn. Look at that. I referred people outside of LinkedIn twice. Once here and then once at the very bottom. So that was an epic fail for my post because I couldn't even follow my own direction. So I'm out. Let's go to the next profile. Paul Andre. Let's look at the rules, right? So don't post more than 3 to 4 hours before. Another epic. He failed as well because he posted 3 hours before this post. Therefore, he was marked as a spam. So his views is 230 views for this. It has 47 likes, 26 comments. Compared to his previous post, let's take a look at his previous post. This one, his previous post 5 days ago, it had 1,860 views. However, it had only 1 comment. And then it had 35 likes. So you tell me, was this a pass or a fail? We're only measuring the number of views. The engagements are high. Yes. So let's look at it again. Let's compare it. This right here is the test. We got 47 likes and 26 comments versus one that had 1,860 views, 1 comment with 35 likes. What do you think? Is this a pass or a fail? I'm going to say fail fail because the number of views. This one only had 230 views, and the right one, the previous post, had 1,860 views. And here's why it failed. Again, it's because he posted 3 to 4 hours before the test. So he actually posted before the test. And the number of hashtags could also play a part in this. And so let's take a look at that. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 hashtags. Remember the rule, don't use more than 10 hashtags. So that probably suppressed him. Oh, it's actually don't use more than 5 hashtags. I'm getting ahead of myself. Don't use more than 5 hashtags. So this is a pass on the engagement side. He has definitely more, but it's a absolute fail on the views metric. So that was a fail. Let's move on to the next one. Kate Irwin. Let's take a look at her previous post. Okay, her previous post has 3, 1, 2, 3 hashtags, 4 hashtags. No, there's no images. The content is short. It's a great, I will always be skeptical of your company sponsored study. I think that's actually a really good headline. Now, the one thing here is this is a fail because during the test, let's take a look at her test. She tagged 10 people. And as the rule states, don't tag more than 5 people. So before, she got 34 likes, 35 engagements. And then here, she has 35 likes with 47 engagements. Now, when it comes to the engagement side, this post definitely won. But when it came to the views, this post did not do so well because it's about 50% less views than this first one. And it's obvious why people would engage with this more. The quality is a little more thought-provoking. She uses a sentence, but we're not getting into the quality of the content. We're trying to get the tactical pieces of how to get the visibility. And it is definitely a combination of both. We just want to learn the best method, right? To get high quality content as well as high visibility. And so obviously asking questions will engage. You will definitely get more engagement. Whereas no questions, it's hard to engage because you definitely want to add your 2 cents. But down here, she's asking questions, and that's how she was able to capture more engagement. Now, the results. During the test or before the test, she got 2,006 views for this. And then during the test, she had 1,011 views. She tagged 10 people. And as the rule states, don't tag more than 5 people. Okay, let's take a look at another profile. This one belongs to Rob. Can you guess what the results are for this? One of the rules. Let me put the rules right here to the left, that the assumptions, I mean. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Don't tag more than 5 people because LinkedIn doesn't want you to spam them. And according to Rob, he also posted 4 hours before this, approximately 4 hours before. So let's take a look at that and go to Rob's posts. 5 days. So we're going to go to see all activity. We're going to go into the post. And he posts a lot, right? So here we go. Some have high visibility, some have low visibility. So let's take a look. This one only has 7. That had 74, 72, 79. Look at that. The one that we posted is, why do you hate us. I was caught off guard. Now, the thing about this is it has great engagement, 35-32, but not compared to his previous 49-30. Another issue there is he did post, and it does explicitly say here that you shouldn't post more than 3 to 4 hours. So that could be a possibility on why this post was a fail. Fail as in the quality is great, the engagements are okay, it performed 50% less, but also the views are much, much lower. His actual view, the results for this is 753 compared to his previous post. This post right here, he had 2,700 views. And so the culprit, do not post more than do not post within 4 hours. And the final culprit would be do not tag more than 5 people. Okay. So far, we have 11 participants and 5 got disqualified because they have violated the tag more than 5 people rule, don't post within 4 hours rule, don't use more than 5 hashtags, and don't link outside of LinkedIn. And so all of these were constraints as best practices to make LinkedIn happy to say, hey, that post right there is quality content. Of course, you have to have quality content. Now, let's take a look at the results that actually did well. Let's start with the first one. So this is an original post by Victoria. So 0 likes, 0 engagements. Number 1 is, of course, we definitely see great content here, but this is a reshare with 1 sentence. And so it's very important to add a little bit more context for sure. And most importantly, let's take a look at the test results. So that was before, a week ago, and after the results of applying these rules. Okay, so let's take a look. Okay, look at the content, right? So there's a question to engage and then a photo. So the comparison here is 0 engagement, 0 likes, with the views also 0. And then here, just the content alone is already so much better. So I advocate for great content. Don't just reshare. That's the lesson there. And then 46 likes and 18 comments. And this has gotten 1,833 views. So what does that mean? That means this works. And did she tag more than 5 people? Nope. She tagged 1 person, me. That's very human-like. That is not a robot. You're not spamming people with 10 tags. Don't post more than every 3 to 4 hours. So she doesn't do that. She posts only 1 every 2 days, 3 days, maybe once a week. And then the hashtag 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So what does that mean? It tells us that maybe the hashtags can be a little, maybe below 10 and above 5. So now I'm going to iterate on this rule, because now I know it's not just more than 5 hashtags. It could be between 5 hashtags to 10 hashtags, and she put 8 hashtags. So now I'm definitely going to change that and test that in my next version too. That's my variable. Now let's look at someone else. Let's take a look at Chantel. So this is Chantel's before the test. And this one has gotten 15 likes. So the content is good here. I mean, she used, oh, look at what she did. So this one, this is before the test. I'm just saying one thing, right? So don't use links that refer people outside of LinkedIn. And she did just that. And guess what? This one only had 264 views. So this did not get promoted for sure, because LinkedIn loves LinkedIn. And then let's look at the test. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She did not go over 5. Hashtag 1, 2, 3, 4. She's within don't use more than 5 hashtags. Now I'm thinking it's don't use more than 8 hashtags. So this has gotten 26, 42 engagements, 26 likes, and her previous post got, let's take a look at her previous post, 15 likes, 0 engagements. This one had 264 views, whereas the test has gotten a whopping 648 views, and that one is over a 300% increase. So this one is definitely. All right, so let's move on to the next person, which is, okay, Katie Dunn. Let's take a look at her previous post. So this one is 1, 2, 3, 10 likes, 7 engagements. She's definitely within the rules. The number of views that she got here is 360 views. Now let's take a look at her test. Let's compare that with a poll. I love polls. I talked about this. And so this right here has gotten 62 likes, 53 engagements. Let's see if she's within all of the rules. So she's gotten tagged 2 companies, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 3 humans, individuals. So that's within the 5 people rule. Good. And then she used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hashtags, no more than 5 hashtags. And she did not post before this. She's not linking outside of LinkedIn. And the views here is a whopping, so let's compare it to her old posts. This post right here has gotten Katie 360 views versus this post right here got 18,852 views. Wow. That's incredible. 18,000. Happy days. Okay, let's take a look at Stella. And there are other results here that I can't share yet because I need updated numbers from them. So let's go ahead and cover Stella. Her past, hers was also a pass. And so this is her previous post right there 2 weeks ago. This one is great, actually. She has gotten, wait, how come I can see this? 823 views. Oh, that's so interesting. So she has 823 views with 58 comments and then 59 likes. Let's take a look at it. She has a video and that's native. Actually, LinkedIn loves videos, native videos. And then she uses 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and tags 2 people with good content. And she's asking thought-provoking questions to engage with people. She's doing all the right things. So Stella, now during the test, let's see if it's a pass or a fail. So she stepped it up. Like, this is a really good attention grabber. I was she spoke to my heart with this post, actually. Have you ever been underestimated? First, let's see if she falls within any of these categories. So this is obviously quality content. She's not spamming people. She has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hashtags, tags 3 people, 1, 2, 3. She doesn't tag 10 people. She only tagged 3 people. And she used an awesome before and after comparison, not before and after, a comparison between a special education teacher and a customer success manager and why they would be awesome as CSMs. So let's compare and contrast. So her previous post has gotten 823 views versus this one, she got 2,580 views. And I want to know what the updated number is, actually, to be precise. So there you have it. What do we know for it's not even a fact yet because we still need to iterate. And again, continuous tests because algorithms change. Algorithms change naturally because people change, people's behavior change. And what LinkedIn wants is good quality content so that you are giving attention to these posts, and they want you to watch their ads so that they can monetize. And in order for that to happen, they need you to stay on LinkedIn. And so what have we proven? We know that you shouldn't use bad grammar. They have bots for that, so you don't fall in the spam filter. Don't use links outside of LinkedIn. That would refer people outside of LinkedIn because they want to keep you on LinkedIn, right? Don't tag more than 5 people. This is proven 5 times during this test. The 5 people that tagged more than 5 folks are Dre, Kate, Rob, Jenny, and myself. So 5 of us did this, and all our posts failed. So I guess tagging is a big. What else did we learn? Don't post more than 4 hours. So who's proven this? Dre, Rob. Now, what else? Don't use more than it's actually 8 hashtags. I'm gonna go as far as 8 hashtags. And that is it. That's the results. I hope you like this content. If you like it, subscribe to the channel. I'm going to iterate and also teach other things that I've learned. And thank you for your time. Peace.